Assalamualaikum, my name is Siti Asmira Aini. Today I'm going to talk about waste plastic pollution. As you can see in this picture, this is what a waste plastic pollution will look like. Half of the plastic ever manufactured have been made in the last 15 years. Production increased exponentially from 2.3 million tons in 1950 to 448 million tons by 2050. The production is expected to be doubled by 2050. Every year, about 8 million tons of plastic waste escape to the ocean. That would be 5 garbage bags full of trash on every foot around the world. A 2019 study commissioned by the World Wide Fund for Nature WWF showed that Malaysia ranks second in Asia for annual per capita plastic use. At 16.78 kg per person, Malaysia outranks much larger nations including China, Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand, and Vietnam in overall general waste. With over 1,300 plastic manufacturers, Malaysia is also one of the largest plastic production industries globally, exporting resin value at 30 billion in 2016 to plastic producers around the world. Packaging take up the biggest market share of plastic at 40% in 2008 and steadily increased over decade at 48% in 2018. The bar graph shown the annual plastic waste each country produced in back 2010. The figure show a 2010 statistic gotten from our World in Data. We can expect a much higher level in 2022 as the global plastic production has also been increasing consistently each year from around 207 million tons in 2020, while global plastic recycling rate is only 9% in a few recent years. With the pandemic and a recent historical drop oil prices where oil futures only went negative back in April 2020, the demand of the virgin plastic have drastically increased as they are much cheaper, and due to hygiene concerns during the pandemic, the demand for the single-use plastic have been drastically increased. Next, by looking at the per capita plastic waste consumption graph, it seems that we are not going great after all. Even though this data is from 10 years back, we believe this comparison still holds true in 2022, looking at how much Malaysians love. According to the Plastic World Bank, the plastic manufacturing industry in Malaysia turns out 7.23 billion US dollar to Malaysia economy back in 2018, which around 4.7% of Malaysian GDP. This was expected because Malaysia has a lot of petroleum and plastic are byproduct of petroleum. As a result, plastic are super cheap in Malaysia and everyone uses it without a second thought. The United Nations Environment Programme (UNEP) states that the single-use plastic designed for immediate disposal after use, including grocery bags, containers, and bottles, are often discarded within the same years of production. Plastic waste, which contain flame retardants, bipetal ABPA, and heavy metal such as lead and cadmium, can leach from landfill and accumulate in the soil and pollute local waterways, eventually leaking into the ocean. The ingestion of a marine organism by human may cause cardiovascular disease, reproductive abnormalities, and obesity. It is estimated that there will be 12,000 million metric tons of plastic waste on Earth by 2050 if a current trends in the plastic consumption persists. While you may be overwhelmed by the sheer gravity of the plastic problem, there are several ways the average Malaysian can contribute to reducing the impact. For one, there must be a conscious effort to actively reduce the presence of a single-use plastic in your daily life. The easiest step is by simply refusing plastic bag when out, grocery shopping. One of Malaysia's largest market chains, Lotus Malaysia, formerly known as Tesco Malaysia, is fully support of this movement and is currently on a mission to bring out change by reducing plastic use. To encourage Malaysians to put down plastic, Lotus customers will earn extra Green Club card point when they bring their own bags or use Lotus reusable bags on their shopping trips. It's a small step, but it is a move forward, especially with a grim reality of a plastic that poisoning our soil and waterways and food source. We need all to stand together to change the world. Thank you.